Hey guys, Tristan Bridges with Golden Goats here. I just got back from the Wilsonville Regionals in Oregon. I got 6th place. I played one Dragon deck, one Orcus deck, one Pure Thunder Dragon deck, and 5 Sky Striker mirrors. So I was really ready for the mirror. I won all of them. So this video is brought to you by Trifinity Mats, +1 Gaming, and Dex Protection, and Dank Deals. So I played Sky Striker, as always. So here's the list. I played 3 Ray, obvious. For hand traps, I changed it up just a little bit. I did 3 Ash, 2 Ogre, 2 Veiler, 2 Impermanents. I'm really scared of combo decks. And the Sky Striker deck really lacks in defensive cards, besides Widow Anchor, and I feel like you just need to stop your opponent and then be able to play. If you're able to play, then you can grind the game out to where your opponent cannot win. And I thought these ones just did the jobs the best. Really good versus any deck with combo. These are just really good to stop Salamangreat, and they have multiple utilities in other matchups. So I suggested that these just were good against everything besides this. This was never good versus Salamangreat. But it was a blowout in the mirror. If you resolved Ghost Ogre in the mirror, it was over. 3 Engage, 3 Anchor, 3 Roll. This should be staple by now. If you're not playing 3, I don't know what you're doing. I maxed out on all the consistency cards. 3 Area Zero, 2 Terra. Because games you don't get to play are the ones that you lose. I would rather have a lot of these cards than have none of them. Because if I had none of them, then I'm probably not playing that duel and I'm losing. And then I did for my one-ofs, I'll show you those and this. Okay, I did these as my one-ofs. This is obvious. People were putting this to 2. Some people drop it to 0 for MST. I like jamming waves. I like having a searchable out to set back row, and I get to also pop a monster. So I just thought it was really good to still be in the main deck. Afterburner, you have to play it. Like, I really don't like this card, but sometimes there's just monsters that are just way difficult to clear, and then this just makes it way easier when you can just search this and hit this orc or something. Shark Cannon at 1 this weekend. I think having too many cards with the same utility is just not good, and people are playing like Called by the Grave, DD Crows, second Shark Cannon. I don't think you need any of that. I just think you need the one, because having cards that fill the same role is just, you don't need to, you know what I mean? Like, it's just being excessive, and it's not a utility that just wins you the game. And so that's why I didn't choose to play more removal cards this weekend than I did last weekend when I played 3. In further testing, there was just better cards to go into those. So I cut Shark Cannon to 1, and then of course Hercules base. A lot of people don't play this card. A lot of people are like, oh, well, if you manage your resources, then it doesn't matter. Well, I'm not using this card for the resource management specifically. I'm using this to attack my opponent twice. In the Salamangreat matchup, you need to be able to clear your opponent's monsters. And if they use Banelinks, that's fine. You still run over a card, draw a card. Something I did in testing a lot was that I baited out their Banelinks, and then I just equip this, take 2 of their cards, and then draw 2 cards. And that really changes the tempo of the duel and just puts it in my favor. And so that's why I still chose to play Hercules base, is because of that effect, not the recycle effect. I also played 2 Eagle Booster. This card is the best card of the deck. I lived a lot because of this card. I was able to survive through my opponents. I was able to protect myself. This card just does everything. It's a good way to put all my plays through, and it lets my engine beat my opponent's engine, because it lets all my cards go through, and if all my cards go through, then I'm winning the match. I did the goods package. I don't know why you'd cut it, because as soon as you get to 3 spells, you're gonna probably win the game. And it's also like, if you just draw it, you can just send fusion and draw a card. So yeah, and it also lets you Foolish Goods also gives you the opportunity to play mind games with your opponent. A lot of people don't do that, but there's a lot of opportunities you get with Foolish Goods and like Rhoda and Engage and there's like a bunch of ways you can trick your opponent into playing their hand traps incorrectly, and then you just blow them out with the right play. Rhoda and Upstart. These are just good cards to replace themselves. This obviously just lets me play, and I'm playing 40 cards this weekend, so this is actually like playing 39. And then to end off the main deck, I played 2 Shared Ride in the main. This card was the best card because it just gives more to myself. I would rather give myself more cards than give my opponent more cards. And so that's why I like Shared Ride, because it lets my engine beat my opponents, and it also it makes them stop in the mirror match, and that's really important. There are ways to play around Shared Ride by giving them only 1 card, but a lot of people don't know how to play around it, I guess. So that's a shocker. Extra deck. So tokens. I played 3, 3, and 3. Okay. The other interesting part is I played 2 Kaina. A lot of people don't do this. Against Thunder Dragon, I always want the second one because I want to be able to live through all their attacks. And this lets me do that because I can summon one on my turn, stop one of theirs. They kill this, and then I can summon the second one, stop another one, and then I'm not dying. I'm guaranteed to live at that point. Another reason is that, in that Thunder Dragon matchup also, I'd rather burn this than burn a Hayate, because this is more valuable, in my opinion, in that matchup than a Kaina. And I don't want to just burn Kaina because it'll help me live in the match. So I felt like I had to play 2 this weekend, and obviously like the best cards to go into are my Sky Striker links. So these are just utility cards that I use, and that's Hiten and Grisu. Obviously, like, I've been preaching that this card is really good, and it has been. And this card, I actually didn't get to summon it this weekend, which is weird because I summoned it 6 times last weekend. But that's just the variance in play, I guess. That didn't happen. Phoenix, back row removal, and I didn't play Unicorn. I don't think Unicorn is needed. I don't think if you're making Unicorn, then spinning something like that doesn't. Your cards already like out everything, so you don't really need that card. Everything in your deck will out it. And then I got Bomber Dragon. Bomber Dragon's really good. Summoned him once, and he swung for 6,000 for game. So he was good. I equipped it with Hercules base, and it was over on the Dragon player. Last cards. Alright, side deck. I did 3 Sphere mode. A lot of people don't like Sphere mode. I understand. I like this more than Concealing Light because you don't have to bait anything out. You can just drop it. And the thing is, this also clears link monsters. A lot of people don't. They want to just grind through the link monsters, but sometimes like I just can't do that. Putting myself on a clock like that. This just solves the problem right away. As soon as I see this, it solves it. That's the main reason why I played Sphere mode over Swords. Lancias for Orcus, combo decks, etc. I played 2 Dino Wrestler this weekend. Not really happy with this card. I don't like it at all. I think this card's not that good. The reason why I played Dino Wrestler was because you need to be able to out anti-spell. And to out anti-spell, you need a combination of 2 cards if you don't have a hand trap, because they'll end on the trap. And that way they'll have 1 stop, immediate stop, and then you need to have the second one. And Dino Wrestler does that job the best, because if you go Twin Twister, I didn't play MST, which I should have. I wasn't thinking about it. But what you do is you'd MST, they'd flip Roar because they want to protect the anti-spell, then you just drop this, clear the anti-spell, and you're able to play. And you already baited out the trap, so all your multi-rolls and engages are fine. And speaking of that, 3 Twins. I think I would change this to a 2-and-2 ratio with MST. This card was really good, but I don't think it's main deck worthy because, like I said, I really think the Sky Striker deck can already play through any decks. And yeah, the way I play, I've never really like needed this card, I guess. Sure died. The third one, mirror match. Every time I went first against Salamangreat. Yeah. And there can be only one this weekend instead of summon limit. I chose there can be only one, or there can only be one. Yeah, there can only be one. I chose this because it's good going second. A lot of cards don't give you that option of going second. In this Floodgate, I can draw mid-game and it's still good because it can still clear the board. And that's why I chose it. Because summon limit you have to open, and if you don't open it, then the card's not that good. So in my deck, I chose this. Shoutouts to, alright, one sec. Shoutouts to Yugioh, Paco, Alex, the Kevin Gang, Kyle, Matt, Chandler, my friend Chris. Shout out to my my theory buddy John. He really helped me finalize cards and decisions on what to make in the deck, and I think he also topped this weekend. So big shout out to John for always looking at my terrible ideas and making them good. Shout out to Manav, Damar, and shout out to my girlfriend for always supporting everything I do. I know that you know, Yu-Gi-Oh is a very time-consuming hobby, and I appreciate how she always supports me in my dreams. So thank you everyone, and hopefully I'll see you again next week in Seattle.